Representing 1718 dangerously. Cousin, you know the drill. Respect mine, we Brooklyn, bang.
Hi guys,
What's up? This is Chris Moon.
if you guys forgot,
And Noah Namgoon.
what's up?
We're 1 month behind on our video. Show me where my hat. My hair's all kinds of fucked up.
So last time we were here, fucking
Was it
Young Thug came out, the slime season,
3?
fucking DOMO Genesis with Genesis, fucking Puya with you, is it?
Underground Underdogs.
That's what it is. Fucking Beyonce with Lemonade. ASAP Ferg with, I don't know.
Always striving to prosper.
Oh yeah, whatever. Fucking Drake with Views. And I have not listened to any of those albums except for Beyonce's Lemonade. Because, okay, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck about Young Thug. I mean, I like DOMO, but like, the single Dapper, I thought was really good.
Slaps.
But like, I could have done without DOMO's part in it. Like, I didn't care that DOMO was part of the song. Fucking ASAP Ferg, I was gonna listen to it because I like New Level and Psycho and Let It Bang, but I heard it was trash. I just heard a song with fucking Missy Elliott that was fucking horrible. Drake's Views, it just came out today or yesterday or 2 days ago, and it's 20 fucking tracks. I'm like, this is fucking
You
too
have
much.
yet to listen to it.
But Beyonce's Lemonade, I listened to that shit. So today we're gonna be talking about Beyonce's Lemonade, because this is the only fucking album I listen to. So yeah.
I'll touch upon Young Thug's Slime Season 3, DOMO Genesis Dapper. DOMO Genesis Genesis.
I didn't listen to it, so I don't know.
Actually, I'll touch upon it. You
Oh,
touch upon Beyonce.
No, you should just do that first.
Alright.
It's gonna take shorter because they're probably trash.
Alright, okay. So Young Thug's Slime Season 3. To me, sonically and stylistically, it sounds a lot more. You can see a lot of like growth in his songs, I guess. You can say like the tracks sound more professional. Everything. It's kind of hard to explain. Like for me, Slime Season 3 had a lot more like sonically pleasing sounds than the other two projects he had, and I'm Up. A lot more songs that I like play, Bumps in the Whip. Fucking
Shout out to FIFA.
Shout out to people. With Them was a good track. Memos. Fuck. I don't have the track list, but yeah, this is really short. Overall, it was a lot. I can see a lot of more growth in Young Thug, and his project was decent. I still listen to a lot of his songs right now from that project. So for me, I give it a 7. 6.5 actually.
Didn't you give The Life of Pablo a 7?
No, I think I give it an 8.
Oh, you gave Malibu a 7.
I think. I don't know.
What about Genesis?
DOMO Genesis. Okay, no, that one I'm gonna touch on briefly because I still haven't heard the whole thing yet. A lot of groovy tunes. Groovy. He has like really nice like jazz sound to himself. Groovy, like that kind of like that stoner vibe, I guess you can say. Yeah, I think he found his voice and sound. It's really like different. It's really contrasting to like how like his upbringings are with like Odd Future and everything. I feel like kind of like Earl too, like how like they both kind of found their like own sound. Like, I don't want to say drifted apart, but like they kind of moved on and they kind of doing their own thing. And you can see a lot of that in Genesis. He has what I really liked in in some of the songs, he had like these parts where like you can hear his mom talking about Domo Genesis, but I think it was just one song actually. I like that. Dapper was fucking insane. Smoke that high, yeah. Baby, we can dance at night. Check the pretty out down.
Oh, by the way, Chance's album was supposed to come out today.
Oh yeah. It's really I'm really excited.
But yeah, it's a
Dapper
horrible
was
fucking-
good. Coming Back was good. I like Coming Back. Go Gas was good, but I like Dapper better. Oh fuck, there was just one song. I think it was Questions. Questions really was. Let me see. I'm sorry, but I'm not really ready. Yeah, it was a song. Like, Questions was really good. I like that one. Overall, I'll give it a 6. 2. There's some pretty groovy sides. I like his sound. I like where he's going with it. Yeah.
Alright, so for the main attraction, fucking Beyonce's Lemonade. Now, to start this off, let me just say, you can't just listen to the album. You have to watch the movie. Cause it's like listening to Good Kid, Mad City without the interludes. Cause in Beyonce's, the movie, there are poems, there's like different stage, like it's like tells you like the individual stages and or chapters of like the album. And at the end, there's like her talking about her grandmother, where like it all ties in with Lemonade, and like you don't really get the title Lemonade if you just listen to the album. You have to watch the movie. So, talking about Beyonce's Lemonade, like the first track, I thought it was alright, but I didn't think it was good. I thought it was kind of mundane. It didn't really pop. It was just kind of boring, to be honest. But the second track, Hold Up, I thought was fucking amazing. It was very Jamaican, very Caribbean feels to it. Very, with the air horns and the airy sounds. I got a lot of nice yellows and like blues from that fucking track. But the move at the part of the movie, this is where if you've seen clips on like Twitter or whatever, it's like when Beyonce has the bat and she's like beating shit up, and at this point she's at the point of like, I think like denial, and so most of the album is her like being angry about how Jay-Z cheated on her,
Allegedly.
oh yeah, whatever, but at that point where she's in denial, and she's also like beating the cars and the fire hydrant, and there's a lot of nice juxtaposition between what she's talking about, the anger of her like hitting the shit, and the song, how it sounds like it's a nice bright sound, the song, and also she's wearing yellow, and the people are wearing yellow, and it's like all this like people are smiling, it's color corrected, so like it's like very bright and shit like that. So there's like that nice juxtaposition, and that song to me, it's like such a good song. Yeah, that song was fucking amazing. Don't hurt yourself. It's like when she gets really angry, when she's really seeping into the anger that she feels towards Jay-Z, and this is the part where she has the braids. She's inside of a parking garage, and she's and then the song, the drums, and then she has the little piano, the organ or whatever it is, like boom boom. And then the drum hits fucking hard, and then she has that megaphone effect to her voice, so she sounds even that much angrier. And man, the lyrics are fucking crazy, and she's just going in on Jay-Z, and the visuals are crazy. And when she says you're gonna lose your wife, boy, she does the ring, like there's that moment, and you can really feel Beyonce being fucking angry at Jay-Z. You can really feel how hurt and how disappointed and how angry, especially angry. Like she's like fucking pissed. And she goes to sorry, and there's fucking Serena Williams, and she's fucking. You're not gonna talk? You're not gonna say anything?
Well, I didn't finish the thing.
But you watched it to this point. Oh, there's no front.
Yeah, I agree. The Hold Up song was really good. You pretty much said everything I was gonna say.
You wanna talk about Sorry? Are you sorry?
No, just keep talking. No, cause I don't. Cause I only watched the film. I didn't listen to the actual album. Like,
You don't have to. You don't have to listen to the album. You have to watch the film.
no, but I didn't finish it, so I can't really like. But you said everything ties in together at the end.
I know, but this.
I don't remember like some. I don't remember some of the songs. I forget how it went.
You know
Was it the one where they were in the water? Where she was in the water?
I think that was on the first one.
No, that wasn't the first one. I don't think it was.
It's not. I'm sorry.
It was after the hold on, I'm for sure.
No, don't hurt yourself.
Not don't hurt yourself. It was after.
6 inch.
Oh, actually no, I didn't sorry. Or don't hurt yourself.
I don't think it was. I think it was a breakup song. So she falls up and then she goes into the water.
Yeah.
That's what it's.
Oh shit.
Oh, by the way, the beginning sequence is amazing. Where she's like on top of the building and then she falls into the water. I was like, man. And then she's like in the room and there's all that water and shit. I was like, man, that shit crazy as fuck.
No.
But the first song was mundane.
The visuals on this was crazy good. I'm so impressed.
But yeah, Hold Up was good. And then sorry, I thought it was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was kind of boring. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was cool. But you could tell she's still fucking angry, but she's kind of like, there's that juxtaposition too, because she's talking about how like she's like fucking mad and shit, but then the song's like really bright, and the way she's singing is really bright. She's like, get off my balls. Oh. Like she's really like, you know, she's extremely charismatic with it. In the movie, what is she doing? Oh, she's in the house. It's very black. It's a lot of like African American culture. You can tell, you know, with the way she's dressed, the house, and also she's like in a bus, like a party bus type of thing, and all the girls are like in like face paint, and it's kind of reminiscent of like African face paint, and yeah, so just like that. 6 inch with The Weeknd, you like, right?
Normally, I don't really like Weeknd.
I normally like The Weeknd.
I'm just kind of like, some days he's like not bad, other days he kind of sounds creepy, like a pervert. But I don't know. Recently, I've been enjoying him a lot more. Like his feature on with Kanye on FML. At first, I didn't really like it, but then I was like, okay, it kind of grew on me. But the second I heard him sing on 6 inch, that shit was crazy. I was amazed. I was like, damn, dude. I was really surprised. I didn't think he didn't, to be honest.
To be honest, I'm like the total opposite. I love The Weeknd every time. Like I think The Weeknd is like, he's like the leader of the new R&B movement. Because I feel like R&B's been dead for a while. It was like at its prime in the 90s, and it kind of fell down in 2000s with Usher and Confessions. Like it was still pretty good, but it was kind of dying down, and it died in the mid 2000s to the early 10s. And it's coming back with The Weeknd, Bryson, Tory Lanez, all the motherfuckers. I think The Weeknd is the leader of that movement, and I really like the Weeknd album. I forget what it's called, Dark Beauty in the Dark, some shit like that. And I really like all of his features. But this song, man, I didn't like it. I didn't like his feature. I didn't like the song. I thought it was kind of boring. I thought I didn't, cause the second, third, and fourth, the second, third, and fourth song, there was so much emotion packed with it. There was so much anger, and you can really feel Beyonce at her rage. But I couldn't feel it in the song.
Really?
I couldn't feel it.
I don't know. I thought like the theme. I thought like the emotions.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Soulja Boy Tell 'em for Hold Up, cause you know, do you see that little homage? She's like, I hop up out the bed, turn my swag on, took a look in the mirror, said, "What's up?"
I don't think it was I didn't catch that reference.
But yeah, anyway, Soulja Boy, shout out to you, fucking god. But yeah, 6 inch, I was like, whatever. But, and then we come into fucking daddy lessons.
I don't know any of the song names. I'm just basing it off the.
It's the fucking, the country one.
Oh! That shit was fucking.
That shit was so good. Man, Oh my god, that shit got me fucked up. That was so good. That was very like so New Orleans. That was so soulful and like that shit was fucking crazy. Like, and the visuals and what she was talking about, and she talks about how how Jay-Z is so similar to her dad, because if you know anything about the situation, like the mom and the dad and the family didn't have a really good relationship. So she's married someone who resembles her dad, in which her dad was like someone who she didn't find, like she didn't like what the dad did, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And she talks about how the dad tells Beyonce, like, yo, if anyone is like me, metaphorically shoot him, right? Talk about if anyone's like me, you shoot him. And he's basically saying to Jay-Z, like, my daddy told me to shoot. My daddy told me to shoot. Like that shit, like, right? So so there's like that irony about it, like where how Beyonce's dad, someone that's hurt him or whatever, like something that's been a struggle in her life, has become her partner, the love of her life. And the fucking poems, man, I can't remember the sequence of them, but the one where she's like, so what are you gonna say at the funeral?
Yeah.
The love of my life. And I was like, fuck, dude. And there's that one part, I don't know where it is in the film. We might have not gotten to it, but I watched the whole thing. But she says, this is how you're gonna treat the mother of both of your children, dead and alive. And I was like,
oh no, we watched that part.
yeah,
Is that a reference to?
that shit got me chills because she
had a miscarriage. Oh yeah, fuck.
And I was like, fuck, dude, like you're like going in on him, like you're gonna. I was like, man, that shit got me fucked up. And then Love Drought, I thought was pretty good. Once we get into Sandcastles, like
Sandcastles was.
This is the climax of the whole thing, which is kind of weird because it's like the least dramatic part, but like the whole way through, I don't know how you felt about it, but the first time I watched it, it really like it reminded me a lot of like when I was like in fights with my girlfriend or whatever, like especially like a extremely like big fight, like at that moment you don't know if you're gonna break up or not, and then you're listening to her being really angry, and you're like stalking her Twitter, and she's like liking and fucking retweeting all that, and she's fucking subtweeting you, and she's all angry and shit. And you're reading that, and you're like, fuck, like you feel like that pain, and like looking into that. That's what I felt like. I felt like I was looking in to Beyonce, or like I felt like I was Jay-Z looking into her being angry, and her being like fucking angry at like basically me, right? When I was watching it, like she's like angry, and I'm like. And there's that point that kind of gave me relief for Jay-Z at the moment in Hold Up, where she goes, "This is your final warning," and I was like, and that gave me hope. Like I was Jay-Z, like that gave me hope for Jay-Z, like oh, there's still hope, there's still a chance. The whole way through, I'm like, oh man, is she gonna break up with Jay-Z? What is she gonna talk about at the end? Like it really got me like fucked up, and I was like, it reminded me of those moments where I was like in fights with my girlfriend or whatever, not knowing if we're gonna break up or not, and that shit got me fucked up. And it comes to love, what is it, Sandcastles? It comes to that point, right? Stop judging me, dude.
I'm sorry, I can't. I can't relate.
Cause you're fucking lonely, bitch.
I'm not lonely. I just don't have a girlfriend.
It's true. But anyways, at Sandcastles, it's the point where Beyonce finally recognizes Jay-Z and where the reconciliation can happen, and this is where it's the sigh of relief, essentially, like. And then she finally like shows some sympathy and shows like some caring towards Jay-Z, because she goes, you know, I hurt you by walking away. You know, show me your scars, because like I hurt you too, and like let's fix this together. And it's like I feel like it's the beauty of forgiveness. It's the beauty of being forgiven, and it's the beauty of love. And at this point, I was like, why is it called Lemonade? And at this point, I was like, oh, maybe it's like lemonade symbolizes love, and how love is sour and love is sweet. And also sandcastles, because sandcastles are like, they're brittle. Like you can break them down and you build them back up. And thinking about love, like you're gonna break down that relationship and you're gonna build it back up. And that's where they're building it back up at sandcastle. It was all broken the whole way out, and then they're bringing it back up. And she says like, promises You know, she promised that she wasn't gonna go back to Jay-Z. She promised this was the end. She promised herself that. But then she says promises were meant to be broken or something to that effect. And that shit got me. I was like, man, like this is what love is. Like this is like she's capturing love through this point at Sandcastles. And forward, it was like really short. It was like really short. It was. This is the point in the film where and Sandcastles is where like Jay-Z and Beyonce are together, and Jay-Z's like, oh, lovey dovey and fucking shit. I couldn't help but notice how ugly Jay-Z is. Jay-Z's fucking.
He's so god though.
Yeah, he's a fucking god. Shout out to fucking Jay-Z. Jigga. How? But this forward with James Blake is.
Oh my god!
Is when they're showing the Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown, and they're kind of paying homage to that. And you know, James Blake did an awesome vocal performance. And at this point, I was confused. I was like, why the fuck is he like? Why is there like all this? I was like, why is there all this like African American imagery and all this shit? And I was so confused. And then forward is like a very Afrocentric song where it was like talking about, you know, the African American struggle and that we're moving forward and there's freedom. That shit fucking bangs, bro. That the fucking organ, yeah, man. And her vocal performance was really good. Kendrick Lamar had a solid feature. You know what? To be honest, I could have done without the Kendrick feature. I love Kendrick. Kendrick's my favorite rapper of all time, and I think he's gonna be top 5 greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time. I think he has the potential to do that. I think if he releases like 1 or 2 more really good solid projects, I think he'll be up there for sure.
Maybe.
But I felt like the song was so Kendrick, like it kind of annoyed me. Like it was like too expected. Like I already knew once I heard the beat like what it was gonna sound like, what Kendrick's part was gonna sound like. And the imagery is very also like black, right? It's like very Afrocentric in that sense too. So I was still confused. I'm like, freedom, talking about what the fuck are you talking about? Freedom, like the African American freedom, about being free. And I was like so confused at this point. I was like, I feel like you're trying to tie 2 things together that don't make sense with the love and the African American stuff. And I was confused. I was like, maybe she's comparing the freedom of, you know, I don't know, she's like comparing African American culture with love, and how like she's doing a juxtaposition between the freedom of like not being that point of anger, and also the freedom of like being able to be free from the oppression. So I was like, maybe it's that. All Night, and then it comes to All Night, and this is where it comes fucking together, and this is why you have to watch the movie, because you're not gonna get why it's called Lemonade if you don't watch the movie, because it doesn't explain in the song. And in the movie it shows the grandma, and there's a poem about lemonade, literally about lemonade, and literally about how her grandma set the path for what lemonade is. And what essentially it is she got lemons and she made lemonade. And she's talking about how she did it with the African American struggle, how like she was dealt a fucking bad hand, and regardless of that hand she was dealt, she was able to make something sweet of it. Even though there was so much struggle and there was so much despair and whatever in the African American experience in the beginning, they were able to deal with that shit and make something beautiful with African American culture, with all these great art forms. We got rock, we got rap, we got fucking jazz from all of that African American struggle. We got all this great art, we got all this great culture. She's showing all of the culture, and she's showing how her grandma set the path to show that when we get something, we get dealt bad lemons, we are able to make something sweet out of it, lemonade. And she's also comparing that to the love, to her relationship, how she was dealt a bad hand where Jay-Z fucked up. They said in the story, right? She was dealt a bad hand, and she was going through all that shit, and she was taught the formula from her grandmother to how to take all of that bad shit and turn into something beautiful, and yeah, essentially beautiful. And that shit got me fucked up, because like the way it tied together, all of the African American imagery, the songs, the way she kind of took you and made you feel her pain. And at the very end she talks about why it's called Lemonade, how she got through it. Like this is, and she pays homage to her grandmother. And this is all about paying homage to her grandmother, about how her grandma set the path of taking lemonade, taking lemons and making lemonade.
So what would you rate it out of 10?
Oh, and then there's Formation at the end. But Formation's not even in the movie.
What would you rate it out of 10?
So if you just look at the music, I give it like a 7. Yeah. If you look at the fucking movie, you watch that whole shit, it's like a 9.
A 9.
You have if you're trying to get the full experience, you have to watch the movie. And if you, I kind of ruined it, cause like
You did. Essentially. No problem.
but
So
anyway.
make sure to like, subscribe.
Wait, I'm not
comment,
done.
Dude, whoa, okay. Yo,
I didn't say anything.
it's the viewers, man.
But yeah, you have to watch it. But I kind of spoiled it because like that journey is like so crazy. The journey is fucking. It takes you up, takes you down. Essentially, it's like one of my favorite albums of all time because of that film. Beyonce did a fucking solid job. You know, I thought the Beyonce subtitle album was like whatever. Give it like 5, 6, but like this album.
There you have it, folks.
So yeah, watch the fucking movie.